Hello YouTube, it's me Amanda here. I'm here to tell a little story that has happened to me, and this happens way too much to me, so I decided to make a little video and kind of share with everybody my wonderful movie experience that I've had. Okay, before I get into that, I want to go ahead and share a few things that happened today. Halloween is over, like we said. You know, everybody knows Halloween's over, everything. But the best thing to do after Halloween is get those clearance racks. So what I did is I went to Walmart to pick up milk. And in my venture at picking up milk, I picked up a few things that I'm pretty excited about. First off, I found this. Haha. This is Jason Voorhees. This is going to be my new teacup because I don't drink coffee, so you're going to be seeing this a lot on the channel. It's going to be my teacup, drinking, talking about horror films. That's going to be my new thing. And then I got this sucker right here. I call him Bruce from Jaws. So I got him for an upcoming sketch that we're working on for the show. That's in the works. So I thought that was pretty cool. Ah! Anyways, that's done. And then lastly, I got this right here. Got this from Walmart. Like I said, I wasn't meaning to go shopping for stuff, but I found this on sale, and it's my drink cup, and it has a lot of the Universal classic monsters. It has the Wolfman, you got the Mummy, you got Frankenstein's monster, the creature from the Black Lagoon. So anyways, I think that's pretty cool. So that's a little treat I picked myself up. So anyways, back to my story. Okay. As a lot of people know, the new It, with Skarsgård came out not too long ago. Well, it came out the same time that my fiance, Corey, was going back to Afghanistan. So, I thought it'd be really nice as kind of a treat before he went to go take him to the movies to go see this film. He likes horror movies like me. He's not as passionate about horror films like I am, but, you know, he still likes them. Everybody likes horror movies. It's just nobody's as, crazy, I guess the best way to say it, like I am. So I decided, you know, he's going back to Afghanistan. I'm going to treat him really nicely. I'm going to take him out. You know, we're not just going to go to any movie theater. We're going to go drive out to Louisiana to go to one of the luxury theaters. We don't have one here in town. Like I said, this is a small town, like we've said in many videos. This is a small town area. We don't have luxury movie theaters like they do in good old Shreveport. So anyways, we decided that we were going to go and make kind of a day out of it and everything. So, well, not much of a day. It was a night showing. So, we went up to Shreveport, and I bought advance tickets to the luxury lounge, which basically, if you've never been there, you go in, they're big comforter seats, and you sit in, you recline them, it's big seating, get comfortable and everything. So, I thought that'd be kind of cool. So, I bought advance tickets for a midnight showing, I believe it was. I'm not sure. It was nighttime, though. It was past our bedtime. So, anyway, so I decided it'd be nice to kind of go, thinking, you know, not many people were going to be there. I didn't know that, you know, it was the first showing. I thought it was, like, the second showing. Apparently, it was the first showing. So, we bought our tickets in advance. You know, we picked our seats. We bought our tickets, etc. Pretty pricey tickets. I gotta say, they're pretty pricey tickets. But anyways, we did all that jazz. We bought the tickets and everything. And I let him pick the seats because me and him are kind of opposite when it comes to seats. I like sitting way in the back. He likes sitting up front. But I thought, hell, he's about to go to a war zone. I guess the least I can do is let him pick the seat. So, on the diagram, okay, when we picked our seats, it showed it was a little further back. So, I was like, okay, I can deal with that. I can deal with seats being a little further back. It's not up front, but it's further back. Well, so we bought our tickets and everything. So, we show up to Shreveport. You know, we get our hotel room because we didn't want to drive all the way back after a midnight showing. So we got our hotel rooms at the casino. You know, we were all pumped up to go see this movie. We did a little shopping beforehand and everything. Well, so we show up to the movie theater. Okay. It's about 30 minutes before the movie starts. Because after I bought my tickets, apparently it's sold out. So I was like, well, shit. If it's sold out, we better get there pretty damn early. So 30 minutes was my deal. I was like, we can go in there 30 minutes till, we can get our seats, we can get our food, we can get comfortable. So, because if you know one thing about the movie theater, is the popcorn is where it's at. So, we get to the movie theater, and no joke, we show up to the movie theater, and I shit you not, nobody's there. Nobody. There's nobody there. Okay, there was people, of course, that were leaving other filmings, but other than, like, the people being seated, there was nobody there. Okay, people leaving, their ushers were there, we get in there to go pick up our tickets, print them out, nobody was there. So I was like, well, I guess people are just deciding to come a little late. So we go to the arcade, play a little bit of games, we kind of sat around a little bit, you know, just kind of waited, because the theater wasn't open yet. So we kind of went around, we kind of were just like, okay, well, we're just going to mess around with stuff. We played the little vending machines, we went and tried to get a little Minions out, and a little machine thingy, a little claw grabber thing, which you never win. You don't. But for some reason, every time you see one, gives you hope. But needless to say, we didn't win shit. So we spent a couple dollars, but we didn't win shit. So anyways, so now it's probably maybe 15 minutes till, and people start showing up. People start lining in the theater. We're like, well, we better go stand in line, because they haven't opened up the room showing for the movie. Everybody was basically lined up in the hallway waiting to get inside. So I was like, well, shit, let's go ahead and go in there. So we're standing in there. And this is kind of where I started feeling uneasy, okay? We get in line, and there's all these people, okay? People that just didn't seem to be the type to be very hospitable, the best way to put it. They were screaming, they were yelling, they were throwing popcorn at each other, they were just putting a ruckus. And not saying, you know, I'm all about having a good time in the movie theater, but I could tell that these people were not so much into seeing the movie as much as being out past curfew, okay? And half of these people weren't even children. These were like grown people that were just going crazy, okay? Just going crazy, just yelling and what have you, okay? So I'm like, alright, well, maybe everyone's just really excited to see this movie. Maybe I just need to chill the hell out. So I go inside. They let everybody in. They clean the movie theater out. We all go in and sit in. Well, I go and sit down, which is hard to do, because the theater, even though there were loaded people in, the theater was black. It was just black. It was like dark as hell in there. So I was looking at my ticket, trying to see what number seat we're at, and just trying to hurry up and get to my seat. I was just like, Corey, I don't know where we're sitting. It was like, we were like 13G or C or something. I don't remember. So I'm trying to maneuver my way around this movie theater. People are like loud, people are running amok, and I'm just lost. I don't know what to do. So I finally was like, okay, this is a 13. I think this might be your seat. So me and him waddle over to our seats. We sit down, we recline back, we get comfortable, okay? I have in my lap, I have my drink, I have my nachos, I got my extra cheese with my nachos, I got my popcorn, and I got my Twizzlers and butter salt, because my favorite thing to do is to grab those little they used to be kazoozles. I don't know, they're called like sweet tart ropes now, but they used to be kazoozles. And I roll them in salt, and I dip them in butter, and taste just like freaking heartburn. Okay, but it's amazing, okay? Like, just a roll of diabetes. Just, anyways, so it's just awesome. So I'm sitting there, and I'm rolling my sweet tarts through the salt, butter, preparing my little area. And all of a sudden, there's this woman, okay, who had like the I want to talk to the manager haircut. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all seen the memes, okay? And she's with these two younger looking boys. I mean, just kind of like it was a family outing kind of deal. Little boys. And she walks up to me while I'm sitting in the chair and says, and this is exactly what she said. She said, you're in my seat? And I went, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm in your seat. I apologize. And all of a sudden, I get up to get my stuff. Well, I don't know what happened while I was getting up, but this lady just all of a sudden let out a growl. Like, just, ugh. And when she did, it caught me off guard, you know, because I'm not her dog, you know. I don't. She's on ground. I'm not like a fucking cat. I'm not an animal. I'm not used to people growling at me. Okay, so I had my cheese in my hand, and when she growled at me, I somehow got surprised, and the nachos went from in my lap to up and down, and it, no joke, landed in the seat. And this lady thought, you thought I microwaved her cat or some shit. She just went, what did you do? I went, oh, I'm sorry. And like, what I meant to say is, I'm sorry that I dropped the stuff in your seat. Instead, it came out, cheese. And then I walked away. Like, cheese, I walked away. So I was already, I felt really bad because, you know, I dropped my nacho cheese. And I was like, shit, I was saving that, you know, so I'm already bummed out because I dropped my cheese. So I start waddling, and we're looking around, and I'm looking at the ticket. We're like, well, where the hell's our seat if that's not our seat? Well, we look, and the very front, we start saying our alphabet. We're like, all right, we're supposed to be at so-and-so. Let's like A, B, C. And we look, and we're in the very front. Like, the very front. Like, there's screen, and then there's me. Okay? I had to kneel back all the way in order just to make out what the screen was. So I was super irritated at this point. And I'm kind of going through people, and I'm like, I feel like I'm in like them Vienna sausage cans. I just feel like I'm just in between like all these people in just my little chair. Okay? So I'm in my chair, and I'm sitting here, and I'm just like, okay, well, you know what, the movie's gonna be great, it's no big deal. Well, of course my fiance Corey's sitting next to me. And I look the other side of me, and there's this very hefty woman sitting next to me, and she's just talking. She's just letting everybody know that she's in a movie theater. She was like, I'm watching this movie, I'm so excited to see this movie, and obviously they don't let her out of the basement very often or something, because she was just all about, like, fucking being outside. And there's right next between her, smudged between the seat and her, is this little guy, like this skinny dude. Okay, at first I thought she was sitting next to me, until I look and I see this little bright light of a phone. Okay, this little bright light of a phone just sitting there, and this poor man is just sitting between like me and like this earthquake of a person that's just so animated. It's just like, I'm in a movie theater and I'm gonna watch this movie and blah 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 blah. So I'm kind of like, all right, well, this is gonna be exciting. And he's sitting there on his phone, and the reason I know he's on his phone is because the light was this close to his face and he was milled back. Okay, all of a sudden the lights start dimming. Okay, for the movie to start, for the trailers to start. And the light just somehow just illuminates his face. And I look, and he's looking at his phone, and I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna be one of those guys. He's gonna be on his phone the whole damn movie. What am I gonna do? Because to explain something, my fiance Corey is very non-confrontational. He does not like confrontation. You can go to a restaurant, he can order a steak, they could cook it wrong, he will eat that whole steak before he tells anybody that it tastes awful. He will wait until we get to the car on the way home and tell me how awful his steak was and how it was cooked wrong. He just is that type of person. Me, on the other hand, if I pay for something, or if I want something, and I'm paying a certain amount, then I'm going to say, hey, you know, this is right. Of course, I'm not going to be a bitch about it. I mean, he likes to argue that point. But I'm not going to be a bitch about it. I'm just going to say, hey, you know, I would appreciate if this was made how I want it. That being said, I paid like $20 a seat. So it was like, I spent like $40-something on these seats. And I'm kind of irritated because I'm like, well, shit, I want to see this movie. And everybody's like fucking on their phones and shit. Well, anyways, I'm irritated. I look at them, I'm like, I am hoping this doesn't last because I'm getting very irritated, okay? So the trailers start. And the thing about trailers is a lot of people disregard them, but I love watching trailers on horror films. Especially midnight showings, they have the best trailers. They show new stuff that they haven't even released yet. Like, I'm really excited about it, okay? So, I'm sitting here watching the trailers, okay? And so far, Happy Birthday to Me comes on. The trailer for Happy Birthday to Me, or Happy Death Day, that's what it is, Happy Death Day. I keep wanting to call it Happy Birthday to Me, that 80s film, but it's, Happy Death Day. So we're sitting there, we're watching the trailer, okay? And this girl is just commentating on the whole trailer. And if you guys haven't seen the trailer is basically a slasher, Groundhog Day kind of deal. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't really commentate on much else. And we're sitting there watching this, and the killer wears a baby mask. And during the trailer, she goes, "Oh, that baby's mad. Oh, that baby gonna kill them. Oh, wait, she just woke back up. Y'all, she just woke back up." And I'm like, oh my God. Did I pay for commentary? Shit. So I'm like, you know what, man, it's just a trailer, so whatever. So then a commercial comes on for M&M's. If y'all haven't been in the movies lately, they have this commercial for M&M's. And they remake it to the movie. They kind of make it look like a movie. This girl's sitting there, she goes, "Oh, that looks like a good movie. I can't wait to see that movie." And I'm like, "Oh, lady, be quiet." So anyways, so the trailers are over. And the movie's starting. And all of a sudden, quiet falls over the theater. And I'm just like, oh, I am so happy. Okay, it was just a mid-excitement kind of deal. All of a sudden, I'm not going to spoil what happens in the movie, but the beginning happens. And the little sailboat goes, which I'm pretty sure everybody knows how the beginning goes. The little sailboat goes down the thing, you know, he hits his head. And as soon as he hits his head, the lady next to me goes, "Oh my God, he hit his head. Everyone, he hit his head. Oh, he hit his head. Does he have a concussion? I'm not shitting you. This lady is asking whether or not this boy got a concussion. A concussion." So I'm not medical. I mean, I'm not a medical professional. I do home health, but I'm no way a doctor. I can't prognose this person and say whether or not they have a concussion. So I don't know what this lady wants to do. I mean, I don't know if she's legitimately asking me because I look like maybe I know. I don't know. Anyways, if anybody knows, comment below. Did the boy have the concussion? I don't know. His arm was ripped off. So listen, spoiler alert, his arm got ripped off. And he died. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it yet. Anyways, so that whole thing happens. And she's just telling me what's happening while we're watching it. Well, then, all of a sudden, we get to this point in the movie where I'm just like, I'm no longer able to, I can't enjoy the movie because this lady's just commentating everything. She's just telling me everything that's happened in the movie after I've seen it. So I'm getting very irritated. Throughout the whole movie, I keep looking at Corey, I'm just like, I am going to say something. He said, "Don't say anything, Amanda. Don't say anything, Amanda. I don't want to fight. I don't want you to get in a fight. You know, blah, 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 blah." So, I'm irritated. I'm like, shit, this lady won't shut up. So, I'm focused on the movie. And at this point, I kind of learned how to black it out. Okay? I learned how to black out the noise. But what I had a hard time blacking out is this dude is still on his phone. Okay? And the light is just right here. So, he's sitting right here, and the light's right here. And during the movie, I didn't want to be nosy. I couldn't help it. I kind of glanced over. And this man is shoe shopping. He's shoe shopping. He is on Amazon shoe shopping. So they had to have won these tickets in a raffle or something, because there's no way in all fucking hell that I'm going to buy tickets and then sit there and go shoe shopping. So anyways, that was irritating enough. Well, there's a certain part in the movie where there's this girl named Bev, and she has a father who is very he has kind of the creepy factor. He has the creepy factor. Let's just say that. Well, during this part, we're sitting there, and I'm kind of like getting focused in the film, you know, all the commentary, you know. I'm not gonna, if I do like a spoiler thing and just go ahead and tell you what she said during the movie, you know, it will spoil most of the movie. She was like, "Ooh, that paper that paper, there's a part where Peyton comes alive and it like gets the boy and she goes, oh, that's paper, honey, just cut it, it's just paper. And I'm like, oh god, okay. Anyways, so we get to the part with Bev's dad, okay? And he has kind of the creep factor and everything, you know. If you guys remember the miniseries, he goes, I'll worry about you, Bev. Well, this part made this woman way more animated than any other parts of this movie, okay? So all of a sudden she goes, ooh, he's a raper. He's a raper. He gonna raper. He a raper. So at this point, I'm like so irritated. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, lady, shut up. She starts going, ooh, there's about to be some raping. He gonna rape her. And I didn't know what made me more mad. The fact that she was yelling, the fact that he was a raper versus a fucking rapist, or the fact she was yelling at all. So I'm sitting there and she's yelling, raper, raper, raper. And I'm like, rapist. And she was like, oh, those aren't good either. Like, she just, ugh. Anyways, so after that point, I finally lost my cool. And I turned and I said, ma'am, can you please be quiet, okay? I really want to watch the movie, and you're making it very, very hard for me to watch this movie when you're screaming. And I forgot to mention this part. I probably should have mentioned this part to kind of go back to what she said. But she was an African-American woman, okay? And I look at her and I said, ma'am, can you please... I was very polite. I said, ma'am, can you please be quiet? I'm trying to watch this movie. And her reaction, she just swooped around and looked at me. And the man that was between the seats and her arm and just disappointment just stuck his head out and looked at me and said, say what? What'd you say? And I said, can you please? And I looked at her and I said, will you please be quiet? I'm trying to watch this movie and I can't. And this guy all of a sudden goes, ooh, and looks at her. And she looks at me and says, get this point, wait for it. She looks at me and went, what do you say? And I said, can you please be quiet? We're trying to watch the movie. And all of a sudden this other head popped up from behind her. Okay? And said, oh, she told you to be quiet? And the lady stops, looks at her friend, looks at her chair of an empty chair with a just skinny person there, looks at them and says, looks at me and goes, oh, yes, massa. I said, I'm so sorry I messed up your film, massa. Oh, I'm going to let you watch this movie. I'm going to be quiet, massa. Is there anything else I can do for you, massa? So I went from moviegoer to plantation owner in the matter of just a half of it movie. So not only does everybody think I throw cheese at family members who just want a night out, I steal seats, I throw cheese, and now I'm racist. So that happened, but needless to say, she didn't say anything else. She got quiet the whole movie. She was quiet. So I guess I got my point across. But then when the credits came up and the movie was over, I heard her get up and goes, I hope that white girl liked that movie, because she was really, really annoying. Yeah, true story. So, I stole seats, I threw cheese, I'm racist, and I'm annoying. So, that being said, I loved it. It was a great film. I enjoyed it. But I will forever remember that. I've had some experiences at movie theaters. I went and saw The Purge on my birthday, and a bunch of kids were screaming and yelling throughout the whole movie, and that kind of messed my movie experience up. But this one had to top all of it as the worst experience I've ever had in a movie theater. So that's my story, and I have to say, I don't think I'm ever gonna see the It movie and not think of my experience. I love the It movie, don't get me wrong, but from now on, when I see the movie or see any Pennywise, I go back to, oh, yes, a master. I hope you enjoy the movie, master. So, anyways, that was my experience. I just wanted to share with y'all. Do y'all have any experiences that are top mine? If so, share them below. Just tell me. If maybe you think I'm overreacting and I'm being a drama queen, then, go for that too. I love both love and hate. Haters make the world go round. So, anyways, I'm about to head out and try to get me some sleep. So, y'all don't forget to like and subscribe. We have another video coming this weekend. We're working on a short, so hopefully we're still getting used to the channel. We still have a few things we have to work out, a few technical things. I'm not used to editing. I'm not used to this whole spiel. This all is new to me. I haven't done YouTube since, I guess when YouTube first came out, but I no longer have that channel anymore, so. Anyways, guys, you guys have a good night, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any comments, any suggestions, anything that you can just offer, girl, I'd appreciate it. Until then, I send my love and everything, and guys, don't forget to basically love each other, be nice to each other, and if you go to a movie theater, please just be cautious of other people, because, I mean, you might want commentary, but we didn't buy the Blu-ray yet, so there's a reason why, okay, that we don't want to hear you commentate, okay? If you want to do that, then that's your own business. Go watch movies at home, bootleg it, whatever you have to do. But if you're gonna go to a movie theater, just be cautious of other people, because it's downright rude. Alright, guys, well, good night, peace out, have a great weekend, what have you. Alright, bye.